Hi, sailors. This is Beth with SpinSheet Magazine. We're here with our next edition of Start Sailing Now Extra. Today we have Kara Fleck Kluinski and Eric Kluinski, and they're featured in our January 2021 edition. So welcome, Kara and Eric. Happy to have you here.
Thanks for having us
Hi,
today.
thank you.
Yes, so these two have quite an interesting story, and you'll all probably be very jealous of the conversation that they're going to tell us with a very interesting phone call they had. Eric, why don't you just give us a little bit of background about how you arrived in Maryland and lead us into how you came to be the owner of a beautiful Bristol 30?
So I moved to Maryland in 2010 to pursue my master's degree in music performance at the University of Maryland. When I moved up here, I started studying percussion with a teacher named Tony Ains. Through him, I learned a lot of musical things, and he also happened to invite me sailing on his Bristol 30 a few times when I was in graduate school. And it was really just kind of a casual thing that he did on Sundays, and it was always a good time. So that's how I got into sailing. But in 2018, he made the decision to move to California to be closer to his wife's family. He was in a bind because the boat was down on the West River, didn't really have anyone to buy the boat. So I expressed interest. He called me and he basically said, I need to know by tomorrow if you want this boat. He made it very attainable for us. He signed it over, and here's your boat. What do you need to know? I'll tell you anything you ask. So that's kind of the short of it.
So, Kara, what was it like when Eric got off the phone with this offer of a boat and you knew you guys had to make a decision pretty quickly? What was running through your mind?
It was kind of a surreal offer, felt too good to be true. Sailing was something that, we both had an interest in. We had sailed with my parents a few times. We had this interest in sailing, and now it had kind of just been laid right in front of us as, here's your opportunity. Do you want to do it? And, having only 24 hours to decide, we felt like, if we don't do this now, then who knows when we'll ever do it. So we just kind of said, okay, well, let's just dive in and see how it works out.
What have been some of the greatest joys and some of the greatest headaches, expected or unexpected, of owning a boat?
With a boat so old, we are pretty realistic about what we're going to update, what we're going to kind of just, leave the same. As long as, it's safe, it sails, and, the motor works if we ever need it. We're happy to have it, but we've been kind of choosing our battles with what to kind of replace and what to leave as is, just it being such an old boat.
Yeah, I think that, there's a lot of maintenance and time that has to go into this boat. And maintenance, it's not always fun, but still that whole process, I think, is one that is joyful for us. And also, just being able to go out on the bay so easily now, and frequently, it's been also another way for us to experience this area we live in. And we would love to explore the Eastern Shore by water. So just the joys of seeing Maryland from a different perspective.
Tell me about how you've used the boat so far. Day sailing, any overnights?
We mostly do day sails, but we have done a few overnights. First had the boat docked on the South River. We did some overnights just at the dock to practice doing it. I'm a tall person, so I wanted to make sure I could sleep.
I love that, though. I love it taking, for new sailors, the idea that you can take it step by step, right? Your first overnight on the boat doesn't need to be a big trip.
No, we didn't even, I think we did a short sail, but it wasn't we didn't even sail anywhere and anchor.
Yeah.
We just sailed around, came back, and slept on the boat and had dinner.
Kara and Eric, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I'm so happy to hear about the adventures you're having on your Bristol, and we look forward to seeing you out on the water.
Great. Thank you so much.